Hello and a very warm welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today I want to give you 10 reasons why I think it may be a good idea to invest in the real estate market in Madeira. So let's get straight to it. Number one, I want to talk about Portugal's golden visa, which I'm afraid in many parts of Portugal it will be terminated from January 2022. But in Madeira it is still going to be valid. Now, let me tell you where it is due to be terminated. So we're looking at Lisbon, Porto, Algarve and the Silver Coast as the four main areas where, unfortunately, this golden visa will no longer apply. And what is great about the golden visa, for $500,000 property purchase, or indeed if you invest 350,000 in a renovation project and you buy a property, this gives you residency for 5 years, after which you can apply for citizenship. And in actual fact, just quickly, I just want to point out, you only need to stay 7 days a year for this to be valid. And it's going to be useful, I think, also for a lot of those now in the UK, since the UK has left the European Union. But I just want to point out, in Madeira, it is still valid, so I think this is an advantage. Number two, and it's related to point one, I think as a result of Portugal's golden visa being still valid in Madeira, this is going to encourage many people from non-EU countries to invest in Madeira rather than other parts of Portugal, especially if they want to get eventually a citizenship in Portugal. Number three, let's talk quickly about safety now. What I love about Madeira, the crime rate is extremely low. It is indeed one of the safest places anywhere in Europe and the world. And it has an excellent healthcare system as well, and indeed good schools. Number four, again, I want to talk about how good the skilled labour force is, as I did in my Porto video. And it's not uncommon for people to speak several languages here and be very, very highly educated. Number five, let's talk about the good infrastructure. So again, Madeira, excellent modern road network. Internet speeds are fantastic. And also, going back to the healthcare system, it does have one of the highest, what I call patient-doctor ratio in the whole world. Number six, let's talk about the special tax advantages on the island of Madeira. So, for those of you who wish to incorporate a company, you can often benefit from a very, very low corporation tax rate of 5% if certain conditions are met. And even if these are not met, you will have a standard corporation tax rate of only 14%. Now, this special 5% corporation tax rate, if the conditions are met, I'm led to believe that this is going to last until at least 2027. But it does make it another good reason to invest on the island of Madeira. Number seven, let's talk now specifically about property and the very low prices, I think. So typically, even in the capital, Funchal, you will pay between 1,300 euros at the lower end to about 2,500 euros at the higher end per square meter. And in all honesty, it's very rare to find property, even in Funchal, at more than 2,500 euros per square meter. And again, I do want to say the best areas to invest are around the city centre, the old town, around the casino, and specifically the tourist areas. So the Lido, the Forum, Madeira, and Ajuda is the other place I would go for. I have to admit, I probably wouldn't invest outside Funchal, in particular because although yes, you are going to pay a lot less per square meter, the density is very low, and I don't think you'll get too much price appreciation as compared to Funchal. Number eight, let's do a comparison with Lisbon. So salaries in Lisbon are only on average, about 10% higher than Funchal, the capital of Madeira, but real estate is more than twice as expensive as Funchal, and I think it's around 120 to 130% more expensive. So this would give you another reason to invest in Madeira rather than, for example, Lisbon. Number nine, I want to talk about the all year round sunshine. Now, this is particularly important, as I was saying in my Porto video, that there are excellent tax rates for non-residents who do Airbnb in Portugal. So you can pay as little as 8.75% tax on short-term rentals. And short-term rentals are much better in Madeira, where you have all-round sunshine, compared to, let's say, Porto, where Porto does have a winter and you're less likely to get tourists in that period. So that's another reason why I would actually go for Madeira as well. But please, for taxation and other things, check out my video on Porto, where I explain this in a bit more detail. And number 10, I also want to talk about how great Madeira is for digital nomads. And in fact, Europe's first digital nomad village was actually opened this year, yes, on the island of Madeira. So this should encourage more investment, more people, more digital nomads working in Madeira. So there are the 10 reasons. Of course, it's never quite that straightforward. There are always disadvantages. I'll just give you a few. Portugal in general has a very low birth rate. There is a wealth tax in Portugal, which I did explain in my Porto video in a bit more detail. The density in Funchal is nowhere near that of Lisbon, so Lisbon has a much higher, let's say, population density. I think as well, you're unlikely to get spectacular growth here, so don't think that you're going to go into the market in Madeira, in particular, let's say Funchal, and have spectacular gains. I think you're going to see good gains, but not particularly spectacular. And the GDP growth in Portugal hasn't been amazing. Not too bad, but not amazing over the last few years. But anyway, those are my thoughts. I'd love to know your thoughts. Please do comment below and let me know if you do think Madeira is a place you're considering making an investment, or indeed making a lifestyle purchase in the near future. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in the next video. Bye.